we're going to do the greatest hits of all the Pilates that we normally do. We're going to do the whole body. And when we're on the deck over the summer, we'll be using equipment. So magic circles, resistant bands, and the weighted balls. And so this class, I wanted to do a little bit of everything. And with a view that from over the summer, the Pilates classes will have a lot more equipment. Okay, let's start lying down. Great. Great. It's great to see you guys. It's really great to see you guys. So let's start here lying down. And close your eyes. And very consciously drop in. So letting go of your day up to now. And beginning to become present. So it doesn't matter whatever happened today, good or bad. We're here now in this moment. And begin to notice your alignment. And sometimes when you're lying a couple of seconds, then things start to settle a bit more. So maybe you can move your legs a little longer. Maybe adjust the back of your neck. And just become aware of your body and the parts of your body that are touching the floor. And then the parts that aren't touching the floor, like maybe your lower back, the back of your neck, maybe the back of your knees. And take a few breaths where you take a full inhale. Your belly expands with the inhale. And let go of any holding or tension in your body. Relax your shoulders just a little bit more. Really nice. So very slowly bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. And just a little bit of imprinting and arching of the lower back. So the tailbone, the sacral area stays on the floor, but you arch to let the lower back lift and then imprint the pelvis tilts. And here, I just want you to become aware of that part of your body and the movement here. And the sense of the tilt of the pelvis forward, arch, and then the pelvis tilts back, tailbone tucks under as you imprint. So now come to a neutral alignment. Let's do a little bit of pelvic clocking. So imagining that there's a clock on your back. The 6 lines up with your pubic bone, and the 12 with your navel, the 3 and the 9 with your 2 hip bones. And just try to press all the numbers into the floor. So great to just bring a bit of movement to this part of the body. Really nice. And that changed the direction of that pelvic clocking. Really nice. Super. So now come to the center. So you're in your neutral alignment, neither arched nor flexed. The body is just where it feels natural. Inhale, fill the ribs. Feel them expand. And as you exhale through your mouth, lift the pelvic floor, scoop the lower abdominals. So lift up and sinking down. So lifting up from the pelvic floor, drawing up, and then the navel, the lower abdominals sinking down towards the floor. Inhale, the ribs expand. And exhale, lift and squeeze. And the alignment, the neutral alignment of the spine should not be affected. So you're working your deep core muscles, you're engaging your abdominals, but your back is not arching or flexing with the movement. Let's do 2 more, just like that. Inhale, arch. Inhale, expand your breath. Exhale, squeeze and sink. With each exhale, maybe feel a little bit more contraction of those muscles. Last one like this. Inhale. And exhale. Let's interlace the hands behind the back of the head. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift. Put the head into the hands, the abdominals, and think of the ribs coming towards the hips. Let's do 8. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. 2. And lift 3. And so you really want to get your precision here. So feel the spine lengthens and the contraction of the abdominals lifts you. So it's not your neck, it's your shoulder, the action of the abdominals. And as you're lifting, you're definitely squeezing your pelvic floor. You're sinking the lower abs. 5. Your ribs are coming towards your hips. Your head pushes into your hands. The back of the neck is long. 7. Last one. And 8. So let's stay up. Reach the arms. Hands are going to hold the back of your thighs and lift a little bit more. So we're going to inhale, coming all the way down. And then exhale, come up. And keep coming. Grip the back of your thighs and lift a little bit more. Really nice. There's 2. Inhale down. The hands can stay reaching forward. And then exhale, come up. And again, you're lifting pelvic floor, sinking the abdomen. And then lift a little bit more. 3. And 4. Inhale. Lift. 5. Inhale down. And lift 6. Inhale down. And lift 7. Inhale down. Let's lift 8 and let's stay up. So staying up, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach them forward. 1, let's go for 8. Up and forward 2. Lift up. Exhale, squeeze 3. Lift up. Exhale 4. Hand behind the head if the neck feels tender. Lift up. Exhale 5. So you can lift a little higher. And 6. Arms up. And 7. Last one. And 8. And come all the way down. Nice. Bring the soles of the feet together. One hand on top of the other. Take an inhale. And exhale. Lift and reach the arms towards the heels. Inhale down. Exhale 2. And again, that precision. Lift the pelvic floor. It's a sensation. 3. Because the soles of the feet together, the knees are wide. 4. And so it's a little bit more tricky. And it's also great strengthening for the pelvic floor. And 5. And 6. And 7. One more. And 8. Bring the soles, the feet, the knees together. And now let both of your knees drop to the right. And now lift the shoulders and place the shoulders firmly on the ground. So both the knees, and it doesn't matter if the knees don't go all the way right. You just go as far as you like towards the right. Your shoulders on the floor. Inhale here. And then exhale, lift straight up. 1. Exhale 2. Check again, pelvic floor lifting. And 3. Inhale, push your head into the hands. 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Let's go straight to the side, knees together. And what I did there is I lifted my hips over to the left, so the knees go straight to the floor, and then lift your shoulders so your both shoulders are on the floor. And so each of us are different, right? And so your knees may go further than mine towards the floor, or they may be lifted more. It doesn't matter at all. We're working the obliques. And so it's whatever is comfortable in your body, elbows wide, head pushing into your hands. Inhale, exhale, lift. 1. And 2. And 3. Check that pelvic floor lifts up as you exhale. 4, and 5. So really strengthening that trampoline of muscles. 6, and you can feel it feels different. 7, depending on how the legs are positioned, and 8. Excellent. Come back to center. Let's bring both legs straight up. Really nice. And we're going to reach with the hands towards the toes. You can flex the feet, the legs as straight as comfortable. No problem, right? You can bend the knees. When the legs are at a 90-degree angle like this, we're really activating those abdominals. So inhale and then exhale, reach. 1 and 2. Make sure you sink instead of doming as you exhale. 3. Doesn't matter if you touch your toes or not. 4. It's that lift the pelvic floor, the sink of the abdominals. Contraction. 5. 6. 7. 8. Really nice. Okay, let's come into the series of 5. So we start interlace the hand, another hand start interlacing the first one. Really nice. Lift pelvic floor, shoulders away from the ears, ribs in, navel to spine. One leg tabletop. That bag of sand. Feel that contraction. So the sides of the waist drawing down, the navel to spine, this tightening of the muscles, and then second leg lift. So the spine doesn't change position because you've engaged the core. That's what facilitates you lifting the legs, and it creates the stability. So now draw the ribs in as you lift the head and shoulders. Excellent. Left knee long, left hand on your right hand on your shin, and then lift a little higher. So now notice where your back is on the floor and see, can you keep that uplifted as we go? And inhale and exhale. 1 and 2. So can you lift a little higher? 3. Eye gaze sometimes is good. 4. Down towards your navel. 5 and 6. We'll go for 10. 7 without a break. 8, 9, and 10. Hands on your knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. 1, 2, 3. Hand behind your head. Your neck is centered. 4, 5. Or head down, no problem. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One leg straight up. Hold back the leg straight. The other leg straight long. And then switch. And off we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really nice. Both legs straight up. Hands behind your head. Push the head into the hands. The legs are long. The back of the neck is long. You can turn your toes out a little bit. Heels out together. Take an inhale. Exhale down. So remember, you don't need to bring your legs all the way down. It can be halfway. It's to make sure the lower back does not lift. So we build strength. We don't want that we strain the back. 4, 5, 6, 7. Back of the neck is long. Shoulders away from the ears. 8, 9, 10. Bend your left knee in. Turn your it doesn't matter which knee, right? And opposite. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. 1. And rotate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Legs long. Reach the arms. Great feeling. I love it when we start with a bunch of abdominal work. Really nice. So going to come up to sitting. So reach your arms forward, look at your toes, flex your feet, take an inhale. And then exhale, going to roll up. Remember, you can use your elbows. And reach forward. Really nice. Let's come up to sitting straight. Feet are about mat width apart or a bit wider. Arms are forward. We're going to do spine stretch. So here, make sure you're sitting up on your sitting bones. Spine is nice and tall. Lift the pelvic floor, shoulders away from the ears. Arms reach forward. Activation there. So you have a huge beach ball here in front of you. Inhale, feet are flexed. Knees pointing straight up, back of the neck long. Inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your chin. And now navel draws back. The ball is pushing the ribs, the navel, the chest back as your head goes down between your thighs. As you inhale, you're stacking the vertebrae, creating all this length. And as you exhale, squeeze up, lift pelvic floor, and then round. 2, keep those legs active. Inhale, stack the vertebrae. Feel like you got super tall. And then exhale, round, draw the ribs back. Inhale, stacking up. And exhale, lift pelvic floor round for 5. Just keep the shoulders away from the ears if you can. They have a tendency to rise a little. That's okay. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale up. Exhale, 7. Inhale up. And exhale, 8. Super, coming all the way up. And now bring your feet close together, arms forward, take an inhale. Let's exhale, C curve. So really scoop the abdominals, shoulders down, and we'll only come halfway. Really nice. Right arm out to the right as you inhale. And look and reach as far as you can. Exhale back together. Left side. Exhale back together. Feet don't move. So all this rotations in the chest. And back together. We're going to add a leg now in a moment. So we'll do one more each side after this one. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back together. And last one like this. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back together. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back together. So now bring the 2 hands together. So right leg will come up and we're going to rotate the arms to the right. Exhale, back down. Left side. And 1. We'll go for 8. Inhale. Exhale. And remember, you only go as far back as suits you. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Great job. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. So much strength. Exhale, 4. You guys are amazing. So much strength from your consistent practice. 5. And it's the consistent, regular practice. 5 that builds the strength. So it doesn't have to be a killer class every time, but it's that you do the classes all the time and you guys really do your amazing. 6. 2 last ones. 7. 7. Last one. 8. Great job. 8. Take your time, slow as you can. Slowly roll down. Oh, great job. Reach the arms overhead and stretch. And let's actually go straight into a Cobra Stretch. Just after all that abdominal work, we did about 20 minutes or so. So let's do Sphinx pose. So elbows are beneath our shoulders. Push the forearms into the floor. Shoulders back and lengthen. Breathing. Really nice. So we're going to add a little bit of core work here. So tuck your toes. So we start with inhale, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to very carefully push into the thighs. The tailbone tucks under and the hips lift. Then the thighs lift, you come onto the knees. Now try to keep your gaze, your hands, and then lift your knees. If you need to keep the knees down, please do, right? And what we don't want is the bum in the air. So you want to have that strong core activation, and then knees are lifted or knees are down. Take 2 breaths here. And again, chin a little bit forward.
Lift your thighs, tailbone under. Take a full inhale and then exhale. Start with the knees down. To the mat, thighs down. You can point the toes back. We'll do 2 of these. Inhale, lift the chest, sphinx, lengthen. Exhale, toes. Curl the one under and come into a forearm plank. Breathe here. Tailbone under, navel to spine, pelvic floor lifts, push the forearms into the floor. And now take a full inhale. And then exhale. Knees, thighs, hip bones, everything comes down. Really nice. Point the toes. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, tuck the tail there, come onto your knees. And either lift the knees or keep the knees down. And breathe here. Push the forearms into the floor. Shoulders away from the ears. Take a full inhale. And then exhale, knees down. Thighs. Coming all the way down. Let's get into some back extension. So we're going to do the variation tonight. Hands at either side of your head. So let's start by just point your toes and reach them back. And then keep the legs active. So the tops of your feet, the toenails that you paint are on the floor, pushing into the floor. The knees are lifted because of the activation of the feet. Really nice. Pubic bone into the mat, and the navel ever so slightly drawing towards the spine. So the relationship with the floor just changes a little bit. Hands either side of your head. So do 2 variations of turning. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, try to look down towards your toes on the left. Inhale back to center, and now rotate so you're looking towards your toes on the right. Inhale to center, exhale left. Remember, navel to spine as you exhale, pelvic floor, and then right. There's 2, we're going to do 5 in total. These are always very strong. 3, so you don't do as high a number of reps. And 3, strengthening the back muscles is so important, but we need to move carefully. 4, it's an area that most people have some kind of tenderness. 4, so we definitely don't want to cause any injury. Last one of these, 5. And push the pubic bone down, and 5. And come all the way down. Turn your cheek to one side and just wag your hips. Really nice. So the next one we'll do, so that was more using the obliques, and now we'll do rotation in the shoulders. So we'll go from side to side like so. I'm not a big fan of hands behind your head. So careful of the neck always. So the hands at the side of your head. But it's entirely up to you. If you like your hands behind your head and then push your head into your hands, that's also an option. So let's start feet active, knees lifted, pubic bone down, navel to spine, pelvic floor lifts. Hands either behind your head or at the side of your head. So you're going to let your left elbow go to the floor, the right elbow lifts towards the sky. Inhale back to center, staying uplifted, and then other side. 1, inhale center. And as you exhale, all the activation, navel to pelvic floor. 2. Inhale center, and then rotate. 2. 3. Elbow to floor to the sky. Inhale center, and then rotate. 3. Inhale center, rotate. 4. Inhale center, rotate. 4. Last one. 5. And 5. Really nice. Come all the way down. It's always interesting. Waggle your hips, back bends in yoga, or do these back extensions. Lying on the floor is so comfortable afterwards. It's so restful. Whereas you can really think of lying on the floor as a very comfortable position like this. After you've done back work, the whole body just comes in and just wants to rest. So just do a couple more breaths here. I'd like to do a little bit of swimming. Really nice. So let's come back. So again, feet are about hip distance apart, maybe a tiny bit wider. The wider your legs are, sometimes it's better for your lower back to support it. So if you have any tenderness in the lower back, have your legs a bit wider, right? Toes are pointing back, knees are lifted. So reach the arms forward and then straight away draw the shoulders back away from the ears. So the arms are extended, but your shoulders aren't at your ears. So we're going to start, we'll do 5 slow. We'll do 5 with both hands and legs lifted, and then we'll do 5 at pace. And so if you find the slow suits you better, don't go to the slow with arms and legs lifted. Find your own version, right? Listen to your body. Great. People going down navel to spine. As you inhale, a right arm and a left leg lift. As you exhale, they come down. Inhale, left and right. Exhale, down. So key here, the leg and the arm are moving. But you really are very stable in your spine, in your core. There isn't any wobbling in your hips. Keep going. Number 3. As you exhale, the navel comes to the spine. And 3. 2 more. Leg as high as you can, arm as high as you can. 4. And 4. 1 more. 5. And 5. So keep exactly like that, or float the arms and legs just a few inches off the floor. As you inhale, a right and a left go higher. As you exhale, they come back to floating. Inhale, left and a right. And exhale back. Check pubic bone pressing down. There's 2, 3 to go. Inhale up and exhale back. 4. Or 3 rather. And 4. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rest down for a moment, turn your cheek side, waggle your head. I'll do 5 breaths at pace, or either of the previous 2 versions. So again, set up properly, feet pointing into the, pressing into the floor, pubic bone down, knees lifted, head and shoulders lifted, arms extended with shoulders away from the ears. Everything is floating. And inhale as you kick and splash your hands, kick your legs, splash your hands, and exhale. 1, inhale, exhale 2. So no movement in the spine, in the hips. Exhale 3. Inhale, real stability. Exhale 4. Last one, inhale. Exhale 5. And rest down. Turn your cheek, waggle your hips. Big breath. Last one here. And release hands under your shoulders. Let's push back into child's pose just to stretch out the lower back. So knees wide, feet together, and stretch. Reach the arms a little bit more forward. And breathe. Really nice. Okay, let's get into some high knees. How are we for time? Good, we're great. So, coming up. Doesn't matter which side, right? Because we always do both sides. So a knee with a foot long and then a hand down. So it can be nice to have fingertips, or you can go flat of your hand. It's really up to you what feels good, right? And then straight away, so we want that nice alignment, hand to shoulder. I'll put hand down for now. Take my watch off. So hand to shoulder, and then open top shoulder is above the bottom. And so also this nice alignment. So foot to your hip and then hip to shoulder, nice alignment. And then make sure to not tuck your chin. The chin is nice and lifted. So really nice. And the back foot can be tucked under or flat, whatever feels good. Lift the shoulders away from the ears and have your collarbones wide, shoulder blades down your back. And now engage. So lift the pelvic floor, navel to spine. You've lined up your bones, and now your muscles are ready to engage. So we're going to point the toes, inhale up, exhale down. So these are burners, right? What we don't want is that we lose our form as the sensations get strong, right? 3. So make sure as you exhale 4 that you really are engaging. Exhale 5. Great. And 6, navel to spine. And 7. And 8. We'll do our circles. So 8 in each direction, about a dinner plate size. 1, 2. So you want the movement, femur head in the hip socket, not the whole torso. 4, 5. Sometimes it's good to have the hand here. You can feel it. 6, 7, 8. Keep the tailbone tucked under. Try not to let the bum go back. And the other direction. 1 and 2, 3. Excellent. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really nice. Hand to the side of your head. Knee to elbow. And then extend arm and extend the foot. 1. Inhale in. Exhale 2. And 3. Try to keep that leg high if you can. 4. Excellent. And 5. Squeeze as you exhale. 6, 7, and 8. Last one, extending. So we're going to bring the toes to a touch and then extend. 1, 2, 3. Maybe on fingertips. 4. Try to keep that leg high if you can. 5, 6. Chin up. 7 and 8. Oh, let's come out of it. Little knuckles in there. So we'll be kind with ourselves, right? We know second side, it burns well before we get to 8. So we'll just see how we get on. Take as many breaks as you need to, right? It's always good to listen to our bodies and be kind. If we want the right level of stress. And stress isn't necessarily a bad word, right? Sometimes we think of stress as a bad word, but we put stress in the body when we push it like this physically. And that stress then leads to adaptation. But if we're very tired, if we have a lot of pressure on our body already, or stress or pressure in our life, we're very mindful of how much physical stress we put on our body when we exercise. And that's why if there's a lot going on in your life, it's good to ease off a little bit. And that's why you listen to your body and you know, oh yeah, there's a lot going on in my life. I'm going to just do a few less reps tonight or whatever, you know. So it's good because the body responds much better when we are mindful of these things. So hand, knee, and foot on a straight line. Your nice toes pointed. So let's set our alignment. So make sure shoulder blades down your back. Collarbones nice and wide. And there's this lovely straight line of the spine, right? The chin is ever so slightly tucked, but also there's like a space of a lemon underneath your chin. So point the toes, lift the pelvic floor, inhale up, exhale down. And it's sensations straight away. 2, 3. Really mindful of our form. 4 and 5. That whole idea of control, concentration. 6, 7, and 8. And now circles. And 1, 2. We try not to move in the torso. 3, 4, 5. Use those abdominals. 6, 7, 8. Other direction. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really nice. Hand on your head, elbow to knee, and then extend. 1. Exhale as you extend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one. Hand to toes touch. 1 and 2. Inhale, extend, maybe exhale, draw in. 3. See what works. 4. We won't go too fast because then our form will definitely falter. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. Oh, great job. Oh, come onto your knees and little knuckles
or this part of your fist, whatever works. Really nice. So while we're here, let's do a little bit of stretching. Really great to work. I'm always amazed at how common it is for people to have tenderness in their wrists or joints and that kind of thing. And so it's very common. Magnesium is great for that, right? For joint ache and pain. So let's start hands straight forward and just pull all of your fingers, not your thumb, all your fingers back a bit. And breathe. Really nice. And now point your fingers down and put your other hand on the front of on the back of the hand rather, and put it, doesn't matter about the bend on the elbow, right? Really nice. And now circles and the other direction. Super. And so just shake the two and you should feel a difference one hand to the other. So let's even the mat. So holding onto the 4 fingers and gently pull them. And it's nice to just hold and breathe and feel the release as you're breathing. Yeah. I'm sitting here on my knees. It's kind of comfortable for me. But for some people, that's really sore in their feet, right? Which is another place where people can be really tight or have tenderness in the joint or the meditation of your feet. So go cross it if you feel in any way uncomfortable. It doesn't matter how it's set you right. So just make sure you're not going with pins and needles or anything. So fingers down now, and then hold the front and stretch and breathe and hold. That's it. Yeah, really nice. And now shake, and maybe you can feel how just a little bit more mobility, a little bit more sensation in both of the hands. So remember this one. So point your fingertips back of both hands, okay? And now, so I'm up on all 4s, go sideways. So my wrists are facing forward to the front of your mat, and your fingers are facing towards your knees. So really you have to go gently here, and the body kind of tenses if you go too far, too fast. So you want to just go very slowly. So I'm slowly moving my bum towards my heels. And you probably can't even see how much movement because it's so imperceptible. It's just a small amount. You don't need very much to have a very strong sensation and then come out of it. So very gently, just stretching back a bit. Yeah. That's it. Really nice. And now slow, carefully coming out. And shake them out. Great. So let's do another one that's really nice for the shoulders while we're here. So the feet are forward. And then bring your hands back and have your hands pointing out to the sides, right? So my hands are pointing out to the sides, and they're kind of out to they're not right in close to the body, they're out of it. Find a comfortable place for you. So this is a real suck it and see, right? So now you're going to lean back. The elbows are going to go straight back to the back of the mat. And you're going to have the feeling of, this one I do in yoga every once in a while. So the elbows go straight back, so the shoulder blades start squeezing towards each other. And you only can get to a certain point and you really feel it, right? So you're going to hold here and now breathe and lift the chest. So the elbows pointing back, the shoulders are drawing in towards each other on your back. And you're breathing and squeezing. And then just play with it a little bit. So you might draw the chest up higher and then sink the chest back. So to me, it's like if you ever got one of those massages where they go in with their fingers underneath your shoulder blades. They go in with it's called acupressure, that's it. And so it feels like someone's finding all your little acupressure points. Yeah. And so you may sink back and then you may lift your chest. So now we'll do a counter pose. We'll go back to that one. So slowly come forward now. And now you're rounding. So do the exact opposite. The shoulder blades are separating on your back. Hands tuck up your feet or your hand.
And now really stretch. So push into the feet and feel that lovely in your shoulders. They're separating apart. Really nice. So now we go back a second time and see how it feels. So rotate circle your shoulders rather. So hands back. When we do a lot of sitting, it's really great to get into the shoulders a little bit. And we did some lovely work in the back and the abdominals already tonight, so it's nice. And then the hips and the thighs and those glutes on the high knees. So fingers pointing out to the side, elbows go straight back. So don't let the elbows out to the side. You want them to point straight back and you sink down. And the sensation will come stronger earlier at this time. Yeah, that's it. And it's real, like some of you might like to lift your chin, and then some of you are going to be like me and prefer to keep your chin tucked, and then lift your chest and then sink it back down and just play a little bit with it, right? So you're finding those little acupressure points, and you're probably finding lots of little places in your shoulders. Yeah. Just here another few breaths. Yeah, that's it. And now let's come back up and do that. Oops, sorry, counter pose again. So hold on to your feet and around your shoulders. So while we're here, let's find a little wall space, and we'll just do one shoulder one. It's just so nice when you're here. Let's see. So you stand. Let me see. Yes. So your shoulder is to the wall. Okay. So wherever you are, shoulders to the wall. Yeah, lovely. And now reach your hand behind. So what you don't want is you don't want your torso to start moving the wall. So your torso keeps staying forward, and then you walk your hand. I'm going to move forward so you can see more. You walk your hand along the wall, right, and it creeps along, and then roll your chest back forward and breathe. It's a good one now, since I did a twisting class where we sit at the wall and use the wall to deepen into a twist. So nice. Super. Now release that one, and let's go straight to the other side. So you're facing your side of your body, your shoulders touching the wall, and then how does it look? I can tell how it looks. I go this way maybe, and then your hand creeps along the wall, and then when your hand is creeping along the wall, then draw your chest back facing forwards. And you play with it, right? So you might like to bring your hand up a little bit higher, and then again, your palm is pressing into the wall, and then your chest is drawing forward. So small movements, right? Small movements. And breathe here. Really nice shoulders. Give a lovely release. Really nice. Slowly let the hands down. So let's make circles with our shoulders. Over here. And then go the other direction. Really nice. So interlace your hands behind the back, your back, feet really wide now. And then draw the arms away from your back, not behind you. So drawing them really far away, feet are wide. And now keep the arms drawing away from your back and fold forwards. Knuckles towards the ceiling. Now, if you have tight shoulders, like I have, keep the palms apart. If you have a lot more mobility in your shoulders, bring the soles, your palms of your hands together, knuckles towards the ceiling. So whichever one works for you. And just breathe here for a moment. Let the blood flow go down towards your head. Shoulders now. See, can you bring them a little bit more towards the ceiling? Usually after we're here for a few breaths, there's a little bit more movement possible. So not letting them scrunch up around your ears, and then knuckles towards the ceiling, and see, can you move them a little bit more? It should feel kind of yummy. Really nice.
Let's do 2 more breaths here. And remember, a little bend in the knees can be nice. Don't worry about so much hamstring stretch. We're just getting into the shoulders here. And then slowly come all the way up. Really nice. Oh, nice. Release the arms. Inhale, arch. 3 movements of the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Let's do 2 more like this. And then we'll do another one again with the shoulders. 1 more. And round. So now reach both arms forward. Again, make sure shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend your elbow, so like an arrow. So I'm bending my left elbow and I'm reaching the right arm forward and extend the left arm behind. You can look back. And then as you inhale, bend the elbow, bring it forward. Exhale, other side. So here, you do not want your hips moving. So you're trying to get into, again, that lovely mobility in thoracic spine. And you can look behind. And so we don't get too rigid, right? We're not too uptight about it. It's a little bit of movement in the hips. As long as you can feel that lovely twist in the thoracic spine. So as I'm going to the right, I'm trying to draw that right hip a bit forward. Last one each side. Excellent. Let's do lateral. Inhale, center. Exhale, slide. Close your eyes. Really nice. And rotation. Inhale, center, and rotate. And maybe you can feel it in your shoulders. Really nice. Release your hands down, eyes closed. Rock to the front of your feet. Aware of your plumb line. Rock towards your heels. Go to one side. And go to the other side. Come to your perfect center. Tune in. Feel your alignment. Notice your posture. And when you've activated all the muscles like this and built strength, then it's really nice, natural posture kind of settles. Notice the weight dispersal in your feet. Crown of the head lengthening upwards. Really wonderful. Oh, thanks so much, guys.